Every relationship hides a story, and every story carries pain. Welcome to Cheating Stories Insights, where truth bleeds through words. Her smirk still lingers in my mind. That defiant curl of her lips when she spat the words at me, "Don't you dare control me. My life, my rules." She thought she'd cornered me. She thought the heat of her rebellion could scorch away the years I had built everything she stood on. I didn't shout. I didn't argue. I simply smiled. "All right," I said, my voice calm as glass. "Let's see how you live without my money." That was the moment the tide shifted, though she didn't see it yet. I had already planned her fall long before the words left my mouth. Her arrogance only sharpened my resolve. The next morning, I sat at the kitchen table with my coffee, listening for the sound. The little beep of her card at the cafe down the street. Declined. Twice. She stormed back into the house, cheeks burning, phone in hand. She called the bank, her voice sharp and panicked. I didn't move. I didn't blink. I only watched. 12 years with her taught me patience. Her downfall would not be quick. It would be precise. The betrayal hadn't come suddenly. It had crept in, like a draft under a locked door. At first, I ignored the signs. The late nights with friends. The secretive texts angled away from my eyes. Her laughter in the other room cut short when I entered. Then came the contempt. Small barbs slipped into daily conversation. The way she rolled her eyes when I mentioned work. The mocking tone when she called me predictable, reliable, boring. Her words stung less than the truth they concealed. I knew she had someone else. I knew I was funding not only her lifestyle, but his as well. My money, the fruit of my long hours, my sacrifices, was feeding her rebellion. I didn't confront her. Not then. I gathered, watched, learned. Her credit cards were tied to my accounts. Her phone bill ran through my name. The apartment she visited him in, I discovered, was partly paid in cash. Withdrawals I traced back to her purse. Every detail layered into a web she couldn't escape. The moment of proof came quietly, in an envelope. Bank statements, hotel receipts. Her signature next to mine, withdrawing thousands. I slid the papers across the dining table one night, not looking at her. She glanced down, her face blanching. Her hands trembled, but she forced a laugh. "You're paranoid. These don't mean anything." I finally met her eyes. Cold, steady. They mean everything. She tried to cry, tried to claw her way back with trembling apologies. But tears don't erase betrayal, not when they come after exposure. I stood, left the papers on the table, walked past her without a word. Silence became my weapon, sharper than any blade. Her world began to collapse, brick by brick. The next morning, her card declined at the salon, then at the boutique, then at the restaurant with her friends, where whispers spread faster than her excuses. I had severed her from the accounts, cut her off from the lifeline she never once respected. At home, her voice grew shrill, begging me to fix it, promising she'd change. Her tears blurred her makeup as she sank to the floor. "You can't do this to me!" But I already had. The man she'd run to? He wasn't interested in her without the shine of my money behind her. Within weeks, he stopped calling. She found herself alone, isolated. I didn't gloat. I didn't yell. I let her drown in the silence of her own making. One night, she cornered me in the hallway, eyes hollow, hair disheveled, her voice cracked from screaming. "Why are you doing this to me?" I leaned close, my voice barely above a whisper. "I'm not doing anything. You did this." Her knees buckled. She collapsed against the wall, sobbing into her hands. I stepped over her and went to bed. In the weeks that followed, I rediscovered peace. The air at home felt cleaner without her poison filling it. My nights were no longer punctured by her sneaking texts, her hollow excuses. I watched her fade. Her pride, once her armor, rusted under the weight of reality. The friends who fed her ego vanished. The lover disappeared. All that remained was her, broken, desperate, stripped of every illusion she clung to. And me, calm, composed, untouched. I don't pity her, not anymore. Pity is a chain that binds you to the person who hurt you. I cut that chain the moment her card first declined. Now, when I see her hollow eyes across the room, I feel nothing. Not rage, not grief, nothing at all. And that emptiness, calm, steady, unshakable, is the sharpest revenge I could ever deliver. Because she knows now. She lost me long before the money, and she will never get me back.